It's lunch rush time. I turn it over to Adam Abdallah.
All right. We have not talked about it yet.
Let's do
Trevor
it.
Lawrence
Let's do it.
gets a new deal yesterday. He is going to average $55 million per year. That ranks him the same as Joe Burrow, ahead of Jared Goff at 53, ahead of Justin Herbert at 52.5, ahead of Lamar Jackson. And if we scroll all the way down now, the best quarterback in the league is $45 million. Tua still needs a new deal, which is probably going to be around the same amount of money. Dak Prescott needs a new deal, which is probably going to exceed that.
I would think.
My question, I'm going to steal, I don't think I heard Shay ask this, but I'm going to steal the shot or no shot aspect of this. Shot or no shot that if Caleb Williams pans out the way we hope he does, he could be the NFL's first $70 million quarterback.
Yeah, for 3 years from now, absolutely.
Okay, so wait, who?
3 or 4 years from now. I would say.
Because Dak might get 60.
And
Well,
when
he's
is
up.
Mahomes' contract? He
Well,
redid
he
it.
redid his. So they'll just keep redoing his at this point, I would think, because he signed a long deal. So I think what they're going to do there is, like, he'll have to do the Tom Brady. He'll have to keep redoing it. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
Every couple of years, they'll redo it. They'll bump
Yeah.
them back to like the top three.
Right.
And then
I would say that, yeah, Caleb could be the first, like, $75 million quarterback. Now, he's got to be great. He's,
That's what I'm saying.
But
Like, if
that's
he's-
where this
well,
is
I mean,
going.
Listen, Trevor Lawrence isn't great.
No, he's not.
And he's getting them. He's tied for the highest with Joe Burrow.
I mean, that's the other part of this, guys. Like, what was the rush on Trevor Lawrence? I like Trevor Lawrence. It's been a little up and down, obviously.
I mean, the way
Like-
they're talking about it, Jordan Love started for 1 year and could get the same average.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. What was the rush with Trevor Lawrence with still another year and then the fifth-year option? Like, I don't know. I was a little surprised to hear it yesterday. Am I nuts? Were you guys? Or was this expected? I was like, when Waddle and Sylvie, I heard them talking about it, I was like, whoa. Trevor Lawrence got what? And I like him, and I think he's probably a fringy top, 10-ish, 10, 11, 12?
He cut his interceptions in half, which he needed to do. So if you throw away the whole Urban Meyer year,
Which was a fiasco, that's true.
right?
True.
He has improved
Yeah.
each year, but he still has a lot of interceptions. He has not lived up to.
Not yet.
No.
Like,
So this goes to the whole ESPN article by Dan Graziano.
yeah, I'm going to read some of that.
With how you build a team.
Yeah.
If you think your quarterback is the guy, and that not that you can win with him, but you can win because of him, then you pay him the new contract. So they obviously think
Yes.
that they are going to win because of him.
He's got a career quarterback rating. And I'm totally with you about that first year. It's almost like you got to wipe it because the Urban Meyer fiasco was epic in its fail.
Yeah.
His career quarterback rating is 85, Peg. It was 88.5 last year.
I mean, that's
Like, that's Jay Cutler. 88 is Jay Cutler. I mean, that's what that is.
so he's
maybe not
put
the
up,
best metric to look
He puts
at,
up
but
more passing yards than Justin Fields, but they have basically had
Yeah.
very similar careers. Horrible first years because of the teams being in disarray. Isn't that something all you need is for them to believe in you and that you're in
Yeah.
the right system that is going to bring out the most
I
in you.
guess, yeah. I didn't know what the rush was, or I didn't know that was, again, maybe that had been reported and I missed it. They're like,
Well,
oh,
the
yeah.
rush could be that
to
if-
beat the market,
Yeah,
Adam?
like if Dak comes out and got 55 or got 58 or 59
So
or
why
whatever.
wait 2 years?
And then next year, Trevor goes nuts and completely cuts down the
Yeah.
interceptions, has an insanely good year.
Okay.
Then you're paying him 62, 63 as opposed to 55 a year.
All right, that's a good counter to it, I guess, then. I might have just been willing to roll the dice just to make sure. I might have wanted
Well,
another year.
Lock up
Here's
Caleb
the question. What if CJ Stroud continues at the
Oh,
rate
see,
he's
that's a
going?
good one.
CJ Stroud is up in, a year. He'd be a year earlier than Caleb.
Yes.
Right.
So
Yes.
he's going to probably set another record.
His will be up in 2027.
After, well, they could redo his deal
In
after
26.
2025. Yeah.
Right.
After
Exactly.
next season, after
Exactly.
2025. Yeah.
I mean, he
Yeah.
could actually be that guy
Yes.
if he continues what he's doing now.
Good call.
Thank you.
That might be the one to watch is CJ. All right, what else, Adam?
I mean, I don't know if you want him back, but you could have a reunion. The Astros have released Jose Abreu.
Yeah, that's sad.
Wow.
No, I don't. It's kind of too bad how they sent him down to the minors. To his credit, he went, and then he came back up, and they've released him. And, this was trending this way even last year. Look, he was more productive for longer than I thought.
Yeah.
He really was. He had a couple more years with the White Sox that I didn't think he had in him, and he proved me wrong. But this is always where it was going to end. He's probably a little older than his age says. Let's not kid ourselves. And it's just he just doesn't have the bat speed anymore. So this has been trending that way for a while. And no, I don't want him back. Anything else?
Clubhouse leader. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Come on. They need to set the culture.
And yet
Pass.
he didn't even want that title.
Pass.
No.
He never wanted that.
No.
What
That's
else,
too
Adam?
bad.
Anything else real
That's
quick?
too bad.
There could be a typo in the Chiefs Super Bowl ring.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, Chris sent it this morning.
Yeah, Chris sent it to us.
There could be a typo. It lists all of the people, all the teams that they beat and their seeds. And it says that there's a number 7 seed listed next to the Dolphins. Problem is, they were actually the 6th seed.
Right.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's not like they misspelled Chiefs or
It's still,
Super Bowl or something.
It's still, you don't want a typo on a Super Bowl ring, that's still a miss.
That's an expensive mistake, though.
They were the 3 seed, the Dolphins were the 6 seed, right? Yeah,
Every
that's-
ring, that's a $40,000 mistake times.
Well,
who
now
all
you
gets
just
that ring?
Now you just have to eat it, right? Those rings have been made. You're not gonna. What are you gonna?
You're not it's on the inside. You're not remaking it.
Yeah, that's it. You live with the mistake. But
That's how you'll know in like 30 years the counterfeit ones from the real ones, because the real ones will have the typo.
Oh, that's a good point.
And it's the exact way you can tell if you've got the real Stanley Cup or the other one that they sometimes use, because the real Stanley Cup has Peter Pocklington, who was the old owner of the Oilers. On one of the years, do you ever hear this story, Peg? In
No.
the 80s, one of the Oilers wins, like maybe 86, whenever it was.
Right.
Peter Pocklington put his dad's name on the engraving list. And then the league found out after it was engraved, and they're like, no. And there's X's through Peter Pocklington's dad's name.
Oh,
And
my
so you can
gosh.
see it on that while that band is still part of the
Oh,
cup.
my
Probably for the
gosh.
next decade or so. I don't know how often they change the rings out, because they replace the rings. You can still see it, and you'll know you've got the real cup because there's X's on Peter Pocklington's dad's name. Because he had nothing to do with the franchise.
So the one that came on the Chiefs ring, though, is like a graphic of it. It's not, no one has shown their actual ring.
Oh, is that right?
No,
oh.
we haven't seen the actual.
We haven't seen
got it.
whether it
Yeah, it's a
did it
picture
get
that's
caught.
out there of it.
So
yeah.
maybe they screwed it up, and like the
And
actual ring.
the department
did
screwed it
they
up.
Got
did
it.
they
Yeah.
catch it in time,
Okay.
or is it after it went to be engraved?
Okay, love it. All right, that's good. We'll see. I guess somebody will show it at some point.
$40,000 mistake.
Jason and Travis Kelsey on their podcast will make fun of the fact if it is a mistake. So
Yeah.
we'll find out one way or another.